All right, today we're going to dig into one of the most powerful yet kind of overlooked tools for our well being, the soil that's right under our feet. And look, we're not just talking about gardening here. We're talking about a huge shift in how we think about our food, our health, and our communities, especially in really challenging places like the deserts of Baja California soar. Okay, let's get into it.
I mean, think about that for a second. It's a pretty bold question, right? But it really gets to the heart of what we're exploring today. What if the real solution to feeling better, to eating better, to building a community that can truly stand on its own two feet, what if that wasn't in some pharmacy or a giant supermarket, but in the living earth that you can work with your own two hands? So, to really understand just how powerful this solution is, we first have to get real about the problem. Our whole modern food system, it's built on a foundation that is, quite literally, broken. Okay, so check this out. It's really a tale of two soils. On one side, you've got industrial soil. Think of it as just a lifeless, sterile medium. It's just there to prop up a plant while we pump it full of synthetic chemicals. But on the other side, you've got living soil. It's a vibrant, buzzing, underground city, an entire ecosystem. And regenerative agriculture, well, it's all about making that leap from the left side of the slide over to the right. And this industrial approach, it has consequences that go way, way beyond the farm. By focusing on just a few super cheap, high-yield crops, we're talking corn, soy, that kind of stuff, it creates the perfect raw materials for the ultra-processed food industry. And this total lack of diversity, the nosedive in nutritional quality, it's hitting our health hard. And that brings us to this number. And wow, $10 trillion. That is the estimated price tag every single year for the global healthcare costs tied to bad diets. It's a health crisis that literally starts in the dirt. I mean, it's a staggering cost, but it also shows you the incredible opportunity we have. The question isn't just if we can fix this, but how. And for the answer? Well, believe it or not, we're going to travel deep into the Amazon rainforest, where an ancient, man-made wonder holds the key. Just picture this for a moment. Imagine a soil so rich, so incredibly resilient that it stays fertile for over 2,500 years, and it's in a region that's famous for having really poor, washed-out earth. This isn't science fiction, folks. It's a real thing. It's known as terra preta, which just means black earth. So what's the secret ingredient? What's the magic in this terra preta? Well, it's something called BioChar. Now, let's be super clear. This is not the same as the briquettes you use for your barbecue. Those are full of chemicals. This is a special, super high carbon charcoal that basically acts like a permanent structural upgrade for your soil. And this right here is why it is such a game changer. BioChar is like a coral reef for your soil. Its structure is incredibly porous, creating this five-star hotel for water, nutrients, and all those beneficial microbes that are the real engines of a healthy soil ecosystem. It doesn't just add fertility for a season, it builds a permanent home for it. And you know what the best part is? This isn't some lost ancient technology that we can't figure out. We can recreate these exact same principles right in our own gardens, whether you're in a lush valley or a dry desert. So how do we do it? Okay, first up is a super simple but really powerful technique called dig and drop. Just think of it as making a compost pile directly in the ground where you need it. You dig a hole, you drop in your kitchen scraps, cover it back up, and then you plant right nearby. You're basically building a little reservoir of moisture and nutrients right at the roots, which, let me tell you, is a total game changer for saving water in dry places like Baja. Okay, now to make your own modern terra preta. The process is simple, but Step 3 is absolutely critical. You have to charge the biochar. Think of it like a brand new empty sponge. If you put that dry sponge in the soil, what's it going to do? It's going to suck up all the nutrients out of the soil. But by soaking it in a nutrient tea first, you're preloading it with all the good stuff. You're turning it into a slow-release battery of nutrients for your plants. So, we've built our super soil. Awesome. But how does this connect all the way back to that $10 trillion problem we talked about earlier? Well, the link is direct, and it all starts with something called the microbiome. This slide shows the entire incredible chain reaction. It all starts with these regenerative practices we're talking about. They create a thriving soil microbiome, a whole city of good bacteria and fungi. This living soil helps plants pull in way more minerals and create protective compounds. The result? More nutrient-dense food. And when we eat that food, we're not just getting vitamins, we're literally seeding our own gut with that same healthy diversity from the soil.
It's a direct line to better physical and, yes, even mental health. It's simple. You are what you eat, and what you eat is what your soil eats.
This quote from the researcher Usman really just nails it, doesn't it? You cannot have healthy food without healthy soil, period. It is the foundation of the entire system. We're not just growing carrots, we are cultivating the very source of our nourishment. Okay, so now let's zoom out one last time. What happens when it's not just one person in their backyard, but a whole community, a whole town practicing these techniques? This table just lays out the two futures we can choose from, point by point. On one side, you have the industrial model, which is designed to extract wealth and resources out of a community. But on the other, you have a local, regenerative model, which is designed to build wealth and resources. It creates this beautiful circular economy where nutrients and money and health, they all stay right there, inside the community. This builds real self-sufficiency, which is a powerful thing to have in a world of fragile, long-distance supply chains. And that is the real takeaway here. This is about so much more than just growing great tomatoes. It's an act of empowerment. It builds resilience against economic shocks, against climate change. And maybe, most importantly, it reconnects us to our local ecosystem, to the natural cycles that actually sustain us. And that leaves us with this final question to really think about. This isn't about hypergrowth or exploiting the land for maximum profit. It's about careful, intentional cultivation of our soil, of our health, and of our communities. How do we build these local systems that truly nourish every single individual, that foster well-being, not just the bottom line? The answer, it seems, is buried right in our own backyards.